I'm Bevan Varland. I'm a chef, artist, and food for me represents laughter, enjoyment and family. Food should be creative, it should be full of heart, it should be punchy with flavour. I want to be able to link people back with their own food connection and help them become better cooks, better growers and enjoy their own food stories. I'm on a mission to show people how local, homegrown and sustainable food can be awesome.
G'day guys, Bev Varland, welcome to Food to Eat. Hey, cooking an amazing thing here for this special day in Australia, which is of course Australia Day. Now, it's an amazing place here in Australia. We've got really unique ingredients. Now, the funny thing is, a lot of ingredients within Australia, Australian chefs and Australians don't actually know a lot of them and use a lot of them. I've got a really special ingredient hidden under this little tea towel today. Now, this is probably one of the most leanest meats within the world. Now, people are going to look at me and go, what on earth is this guy talking about? Here's this little baby. Now, you've seen me cook kangaroo. This is the other part of the Aussie coat of arms. Here we go. It is emu. And look at that. It is the most beautiful and gamey meat you could imagine. So this is actually from the leg. So they've cut that, if you could imagine that, wrapped around the bone like that. And if you smell it, it's got quite a gamey sort of smell, kind of reminiscent a little bit of venison. It's got a really rich red meat, and my sister actually puts this into a beautiful pie. A lot of people don't know that they're actually eating emu because it tastes exactly the same as beef. It actually behaves incredibly similar to what a beef does as well. So what we're going to do with this beautiful little baby emu today is we're going to do an amazing dry rub. So we're going to light that fire very soon, but first we got to get this little baby marinating. Right, a little bit of Aussie olive oil, being Australia Day, we want to celebrate that. Just a little bit. Now, we're not wanting this meat to fry. We actually really want to keep it really dry. All I want to do is just rub a little bit on. That's just going to help those spices stick to all that lovely meat. Get it in all the cracks. Now, I'm going to test my memory now to see what all these herbs and spices are. All right, down the bottom there, I've got some cumin, I've got some sumac, I've got some turmeric, I've got some dry ginger, I've got, going a little bit Aussie again, I've got some beautiful lemon myrtle in there, I've got some pink Himalayan sea salt, and some freshly cracked black pepper. That's it. Nothing else. That's it. All right. Shake him up. Dry rub. Get him in there. All right. We get this beautiful power. Oh, that's got an absolute kick in it. All right. In we go. All on top like that. Half. Let's flip him. Oh, the insides. Right. All like that. Lovely. And now it is just a matter of pushing all that beautiful spices onto that meat. Oh, missed a bit there. So we pack it in like that. Now I'm going to bring it over so you can see it. Look at that. That is stunning. Every piece of that meat is now covered with those amazing spices. All right, in she goes. Like that little beautiful piece of dry rub emu, I'm just going to cover up. We're going to sit it aside. We're going to go now off, we're going to light our fire, and then we're going to put this baby on and we're going to cook it. See you very soon. The grill's come from the barbie. These little pipes have actually come from my boy's trampoline. They got blown over in the wind, kept the metal. It's creating this beautiful thing. Now, I've got my temperature gauge here. I'm going to zap it. Let's check the grill. All right, we're sitting at about 230 degrees there. Let's go around here. Yeah, so we've got about 250 degrees. That's pretty damn hot. That's lovely. But let's check the heat down on the base of it. Look at that. We're generating 350, 390, flashing up to 400 degrees. Look at that. And in there, high, 500 degrees. That is perfect for grilling our emu. Let's get it going. The emu's been going for a couple of hours. I can't actually get too close because it's water in my eyes, it's that hot. So, all we want to do with this baby is shake all that excess off like that. Okay, let's lie him on top like that. We got our emu on there. We're going to probably leave him on each side for about 15 minutes. Instantly, you can see he's starting to smoke sort of around that edges there. We can actually use those spices as a smoke, which is going to give extra flavour to this little baby. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's check back in about, let's say 20 minutes. We'll flip him over for the last time.
Mommy, that smells really good, Dad.
Thanks, Larry. Is it good, is it? Good smell?
It smells like crayons.
So she's been about 20 minutes. Andy and I have been sitting down having a beer. Lovely Australia day, beautiful warm weather. Look at this, 20 minutes in, she's still really hot. Those coals are really generating that heat out now. And you can see in here, all the juices are coming out on the top. And that's a really great sign that that piece of emu, that piece of beautiful Aussie coat of arms, is ready to flip. So really gently over that heat. Oh, look at that. And you can see, all into here, so all the darkness into that meat, and the dry rub actually creates this really sort of hard shell around it, which is all that flavour. So awesome. We're going to give it another 20 minutes and let it come off, let it rest, and then we'll serve it. Our beautiful emu has been going for about an hour. I'm going to scoop her up. We're going to take her straight across here, straight onto our board. And check out that, she's beautiful, she's crusty. You can smell it, it's coming out, it's really great. She's juicy, which is a really great sign that meat is beautifully cooked. All right, now, here we go. Here's the big adventure. I'm going to cut that section off there, and let's have a look inside. Oh, nice. She's really slow cooked. You can see in there all that beautiful colour that's broken away there. All right, so fresh herbs straight from the garden. I've got some lovely oregano, which is in flower at the moment. Let's rip off that. Just want to get a few leaves over. A couple of the flowers straight up. Some beautiful little dill flowers here. I'm not going to rip them off, I'm literally going to leave them as they are. Look at that, green and gold. Aussie day, Aussie food, beautiful coat of arms. Last little bit of back to the Aussie olive oil. A little bit over the top. Let's just get that really glistening. Look, I'm working out in my backyard today. I'm a bit hungry. It's lunchtime. It's time to whip up an amazing barbecue. You might be thinking, where's the bloke's barbecue? Bev hasn't got a barbecue, he's gone nuts. Well, in some respects I have. In another respect, I haven't. Let's get rid of the axe. All right, here we go. Get rid of the axe, we don't need that. All right, here we go. Our new awesome recipe called barbecue in a bucket. That's right, barbecue in a bucket. All right, everything we need to make this barbecue is packed away in this beautiful bucket. All right, so in here I've got some amazing tongs, and here's our fantastic grill. Now in here, I've got everything you could imagine for a barbecue, which is important. So I've got some veggies in there. I've got some asparagus, which we'll use later on. We've got some honey, we've got some beer, we've got some hand sanitizer. Here's our meat down in here, which is really, really cool. What else have I got in there? Salt and pepper, and I've got our fire starters. So it's pretty simple, guys. We unpack this, we get our coals going, and we get the barbecue in the bucket underway. So, first things first, I've got my little bag here that is called fire starters. All right, in here, I've got matches, and I've got a couple of fire lighters. We want to whack those straight in, and we want to put them all a bit of a round like that. Light up our fire lighters. Let's just put it in. Let's get our little bucket fire going. She's starting to come along now. As a safety precaution, I've got my garden tap on, just in case that little baby has to go out if it gets out of control. Really, really important. What I want to do now is I just want to break them down a bit. That's going to generate the heat and get the last bit in. It's a really important time now for us to put our little grill on so she gets nice and hot. Whoop. I'm going to use my tongs. All right, now we are about to handle food. We're outdoors. Really important that we sanitize these hands to get them really nice and healthy because we're cooking food for other people. All right, let them dry off. I've got plenty of herbs around this garden of mine, so I've got this fresh rosemary and I want to stick it down in there to get on the coals. What that's going to do is, as it heats up, it's going to generate this beautiful smoke and it's going to crackle and it's going to give an additional flavour to that steak as we put it on. You can see the smoke will start to billow out already. Scotch fillet here. I was actually a little bit intelligent before I came and I've pre-sprayed them. So here we go, straight on. Oh, listen to that crackle straight up. And here's our second one, all ready to go on. Here we go. Lovely. Bunch of asparagus. Here we go. Let's just throw them in next to the meat. Lovely. But now that's ready to turn over, I suppose we better do it. All right. Oh, look at that. You can see the beautiful rendering down of the fat, which is that slow cooking style on there. Isn't that beautiful? Stunning. Let's flip over our little asparagus there and you can see they're just starting to go wilty, and that's all we want. We don't want these little babies to mark. They're actually, with an asparagus, if you slow cook that, the flavour is going to be so much more intense. Our barbecue in a bucket is done. It is amazing. It's nice, it's soft, it's nice and juicy. Right, what I want to do is take that off our little stand. Ready? And we'll sit it down next to us. Let's plate her up. We've got our nice plate in here like that. We've got our tongs. Let's get some nice asparagus. Throw them in the centre like that. Let's get a piece of meat. You can see on the side there, she's nice and juicy. Whack her on like that. Bit of a ranch dressing, sort of like a mayonnaise. Let's put a little bit just around the edge. A couple of little dribbles, here like that. Some beautiful hot chili sauce. Give it a squirt around. A little bit on the meat. Our beautiful herbs that we picked straight from the garden. Here's a bit of pineapple sage. On here like that. A bit of our lemon balm here. Purple basil, lovely. Our little carrot tops, here we go. A little bit over here, a little bit here, a little bit here. There's another bit of sage, it can go underneath there. And look at that. That is the most stunning and beautiful barbecue in the bucket that you're ever going to have. And I'm going to go off now and I'm going to enjoy this.
G'day guys, welcome to Food to Eat. Dave Valen. Hey, doing an amazing recipe for you guys today. I'm doing an amazing pork and chicken spit. All in that baby there. We've got to get the coals all nice and hot. So I've got to get those coals really, really nice and hot. We've lit them all up, ready to go. Now they're going to take about half an hour. You can see they're starting to turn white on top there. Once they're fully white, we'll get the grill on. We'll get that amazing pork on. We'll get the amazing chicken on. And we're going to make it a fantastic Sunday roast. You can see in there those coals are all turning white. You can see the redness. It's all ready to go. See in here I've got a beautiful free-range chicken on there. And down here I've got a lovely piece of pork. So they're literally going to go into our spit now. Like that. Line up this end. Turn him on here. Look at that, just starting to rotate really slowly. I've got him pretty low. But what I want to do now is, as it's turning around, I want to spray it with some canola oil, and then I'm going to put on some salt and pepper. Boom! And onto the pork. And all we got to do onto that beautiful skin is cracked salt. Heaps of it, get it on there. So this amazing pork and fantastic chicken He's going to go on that spit there. Well, I'm going to give her about 2 to 2.5, 3 hours, somewhere around there, until she's ready, basically. So these little spit setups. Now, this little baby here cost me, it was about $80 on sale, just from your local hardware store, which is a really, really good buy. You can buy the coals, literally these coals these days. You can literally buy them just at the supermarket, throw a couple of firelighters in it, and that's all you need to do. So that's it, guys. Let's check back in about, let's say 2 to 3 hours, and let's see how dinner is looking on the spit. There you go, guys. After 3.5 hours, this amazing spit here, our pork and our chicken, is ready to come off for dinner. Don't forget, guys, if you're going to cook like this, this is the best and most pure way of cooking, because all that slow cooking is going to bring all the natural juices and the flavour out of your meat. So, guys, make it your effort to go and get a little spit roast like this. Whack on some meat. You can even throw your veggies on there and get a nice vegetable kebab cooking. It's an amazing thing. You can baste it with garlic, you can baste it with some nice herbs, baste it with oil, baste it with some maple syrup. It's fantastic. I'm Bev Varland. This is an amazing slow roasted spit, and I'm going to see you soon. Stunning day down here in my Food to Eat garden, cooking the most stunning and beautiful and amazing cheeseburger. Now, burgers to me are absolutely fantastic. It's like a staple food. I absolutely love it. I'm going to actually make one on this wonderful pit barbecue that me and my boys put in yesterday. Now, I've had him cooking for about an hour, so she's really, really hot, with nice hot coals out there. It's actually going to slow cook our cheeseburger to make it amazing. Right, start things off. Chuck steak, and you can see all that wonderful fat in there. That's exactly what I want. All right, I just want to cut in some nice chunks. What we're going to actually do here, ladies and gents, is we're going to mince it. We're going to have our fresh, beautiful burger minced 1 foot away from the barbecue. It's amazing. Now, you see those little bits of fat? I actually want those little bits of fat to stay in there. That's where I want that extra flavour to come from. A little onion, Spanish onion, only because they're a little bit sweeter. Like that. Gonna do that. Very, very fine chunk. Now, that's actually gonna go through our mincer, so it's all gonna be good. Some fresh herbs straight from the garden. Now, I found some wild dill, and I've got some mint, I've got some oregano, and I've got some parsley. Again, rough cut it, just like that. Beautiful. Now, let's mix it all together on that board, like so. All right, lovely. Salt. Chipotle Tabasco sauce. Go. Yeah. Oh yeah. That there is what we want. That is our stunning little mince, ready to go into our mincer. A little bit of our chuck steak. Let's put her in the top. Get some onion, throw it in there like that. Let's go a bit more. Look at that, nice and fatty. Exactly what we want. All right, let's go. Let's go, come on. Oh, here it comes. Yeah, beautiful. Mince for our burgers, yeah. Look at that, and all those nice little fatty bits in there.
are going to give it all that flavour when it slow cooks on those coals. All right, next lot. Next lot. Let's get it in. Now it's not often, guys, that you can actually make a burger 30 centimetres away from your hot grill. That is really, truly something special. Doing it in your garden, that's what barbecue is all about. Last little bit. Oh, it's hard work, but I'll tell you what, it's worth it. Last lot coming across. There it comes. Squeezing the last little bit out. There. It's time to be the Lord of the Grill. All right. Here's our lovely mince. Now, I reckon if you just push them together like that, you don't want to move that fat around a lot. You can see in there the little specks of onion, the little specks of herbs, all the fennel, all those lovely stuff is going to float around in there. 1. Let's go 3. I think 3. I'm going to serve you guys 1. I'm going to eat the other 2. All right. 1. 2. 3. Press them down. Get them onto that grill plate. This is going to be low and slow. The coals are about 30 centimetres away from them. So it's going to take a little while for that heat to penetrate through the middle. That's exactly what we want. We want that beautiful richness of the fat to come through. So our burgers have been grilling away for about 10 minutes. I've restoked the fire. I've got some nice wood in there, a bit of rosemary wood. It's going to give it a bit of flavour as well. It's time to flip these little babies. All right, here we go. Take it off the grill really gently. Oh, look at that. That's literally, push them back down. Look at that. You can see that fat coming out there. So it's literally the fat that's holding these little babies together. So we're making the ultimate cheeseburger. That means we need the ultimate cheese. Right, first of all, I want to get a couple of slices of tomato just to go on top of those burgers. All right, like that. Right, I also want a beautiful piece of Aussie brie. Now what that's going to do is, I'm going to lay the tomatoes on top, I'm going to get that cheese, I'm going to lay that on top of the tomatoes, encapsulate all that meat. All right. Nice couple of pieces. Yeah, spot on. Let's put 2 nice pieces on each. Yeah. All that juice, you can hear that crackle in there. That's awesome. Here we go. Our lovely pieces of brie. Yeah. Right, that's going to melt stunningly over these. Woo-hoo-hoo, yeah. The lid of my little barbecue. Here we go. Instant convection oven. You can feel that heat already coming in there. I want to make sure he's closed. Melt the cheese. Back in a couple minutes. In this little bowl here, I've gone around my garden. I picked some beetroot leaves, some nasturtium, some purple broccoli shoots that are flowering right near over there, and I've got just a little bit of lemon dressing. Let's just give it a quick little toss like that. So we got in. I've got a nice, beautiful blue plate to put it on. I've got some nice mayonnaise. Let's do a nice smear. Yum. Finish that off. I've got some dehydrated beetroot powder, which is stunning. Cross there like that. That's great. Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh, that's hot. Let's check it out. Gooey, and you can see on the edge there, she's kind of smoked. That rosemary wood that's underneath is coming in. It's actually smoking that brie as it goes. Tomato, we've got nice crispiness on there, and I reckon she's still going to be a little bit pink underneath the meat, which is exactly what we want. Time to dress this baby and get it going. Brioche bun. I want to just sit that next to it, just so it warms up. Gets a little bit toasted. Lovely. Let's get the base. Oh yeah, look at that, nice and dark. Let's put him down here. Let's take the top of the brioche off. Oh, nice. Let's keep him to the side, right. No cheeseburger is complete without a good helping of mustard. Get it in there like that, beautiful. Let's get a burger off. Let's go that one, yeah. Get him on. Get him on. Ooh, nice and hot. Nice and hot. And we also can't be complete without good tomato sauce. Yeah, some nice tomato sauce. Get that around there. All right. That's the ultimate burger. Cheeseburger. There he is. Oh my god. Okay, beautiful. Okay, our little tossed salad with our broccoli and everything. Let's put him on the side. Look at that, our little broccoli stalks on top like that. And I've got some little oxalis leaf as well. Gorgeous. Now, let's really make that pop. Although it's looking bright on that plate, it's got the beetroot, it's got the mayo, it's got all those goodness on there that is pretty awesome. Let's just make it sit out just that little bit extra. Here's a beautiful nasturtium flower. Slide him under there. Beautiful. Some calendula petals. Oh yeah, straight from the garden this is. Those little oxalis flowers that I was talking about, there we go. There we go, it's also called wood sorrel. A little purple sage. A little bit of purple sage to break the colour. A little bit of borage. That is brilliant. Ladies and gents, the most amazing and the most brilliant barbecue cheeseburger garden salad straight from the garden we're sitting in. This is food to eat. I'm going to enjoy this and I'll see you next time.
Baby,